Cross Media Group podcast. We're without Sherry Price Clark, but we're going to keep this rolling with a great guest today because of his message. Michael Avatar joins the program. World record holding, is it what's long jump, correct?
Yes, long jump from
Wow.
90. Wow.
Yeah, I'm just going to say wow. When you're with a world record holder, so tell us how you became a record holder long jumper. Tell us.
Okay, the short version is that when I was 10 years old, I was training with a friend. We ran 200 meter down a hill, up a hill, and I was knocked out. So I fell down and but I decided then I'm going to train to the Olympic. So I started to train to the Olympic 10 years old. After 10 years, they told me there is something called Paralympic. I didn't know that. So for 10 years, I trained for the real Olympic. So then I knew I'm going to go to Paralympic. So it took me 7 more years to train. So that's the short version. So I was committed. It was something magic that I wanted to do. And I even was in the final of 100 and 200 meter, but long jump was my main thing. So for me, it's about focus, about passion. But I loved sport more than anything else. That was my thing when I woke up 4 in the morning, trained, went to school, come home, trained. That was my life the last 10, 15 years before I came to the Paralympics.
Another big part of your story, Michael, is not just you want you're the world record holder. You were born clinically dead for 45 minutes. Really? So
Yeah.
this is you're showing that regardless of what your disability is, you still have proven yourself to be amazing. That everyone has that opportunity to be whatever they want to be in life. Your story.
So, I mean, when I was 4 years old, my hands were like this. I couldn't open them. My feet was opposite from Charlie Chaplin. And I ran to my mom, tumbling, and said, Mom, I want to be a mountain climber because I've seen the exhibition up to Mount Everest. My mom said, but you can't make money on that. But she was so wrong because 20 years later, I was a climber instructor. So I taught people how to climb mountains. Me, I want to give people something, a new perspective. You can do whatever you want. You don't need to be in this box or whatever you call it. If you have a passion, a dream, a driven, whatever, you can do whatever you want. And now I can open my hands. I create my own music, even with AI. I don't use AI. I create my own music because I have the passion. And that's one of my messages to people. If I can, you can too. It doesn't matter where you're from, who you are. But if you have the passion, you can create so much more, so much
So in
more.
1996, the Atlanta Paralympics, were there medals when you get the world record holder in the long jump or not?
No, that's complicated with Paralympic because I was the only one in my class that qualified. So I have to compete with two class above me. They have less cerebral palsy. So I came number 6, but I still broke the world record. And it was noted even in the Paralympic history. I was the first one ever qualified for the long jump in my um, for the injury class. How you should explain it, not so complicated.
No doubt. I mean, wow. And so your message for the world, and you are a coach too. So talk about how you help people.
I mean, when I was 10 years old, started training, I thought, okay, so I read books, but people started following me for training in the afternoon. So I coached them how to train. So I really started my coaching career as a trainer when I was 10 because I thought you must train and you must have people with you. So, and then it go on and go on. And then I started to see that people, they don't really have a clear path in their life because they don't have a goal. They don't know where they are
No,
going. So they have no clue where they are going. So I started coaching, but if you don't focus on this, you will end up there. Sure, yeah, but I struggle. Yes, it doesn't matter what goal you have, you will struggle. But if the energy is higher for the goal, you will succeed. If the energy is not higher, then it's the wrong goal. That simple is it. So I developed method, and today I call it the Michael Avatar method. And that's so for 40 years, over 40, I have helped people to clarify where you are and then clarify what's a reasonable goal from where you are. And then the last thing, that's the key thing, action. People don't take action. How do you take we are not, they don't teach us how to do the last step. But with my track record, I'm an artist, I do music, I'm a painter, I'm a former world record. I have so many different fields because I test them. I'm not the best musician in the world, but I've done 100 songs. And when you do 100, then you can decide do I want to continue or not. I have done 100 live YouTube videos. I want to do 100 podcasts. Then I can decide do I want to continue or not? Because then I know what I'm doing. That's
wow.
kind of that story.
No, that's a tremendous story. Where's the best place people can find information on you, Michael?
I have a website. You can search for it. It's michaelavatar.com. And Michael is with a K. And Avatar, that's my real name. I have it in my passport. So michaelavatar.com.
All right. We appreciate it. Thanks again, Michael. That and go to storehousemediagroup.com for all things podcasting, publishing, and social media. Thank you, Michael. You're listening
Thank
to the
you.
special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show on the Storehouse